You know how we have been getting...
Stop. I know what you're going into.
She's getting...
Here's the original.
Oh, yeah.
It's all I can think about.
We've been getting emails constantly about people going airtight. Men and women who have participated in airtight experiences.
And you know why? Because now they eat each other's assholes on the first dates. It's 2024.
Listen,
get with the times, Tom.
It's wrong. You save that. You save that for somebody
your
you
wedding
care
night.
about.
No,
just save it for somebody you give a shit about. Don't just give that away. All right. We got this email. This one, we've had a series of them. Just to remind people, this one is from a lady named Abby. And she emailed us that while she was traveling Europe and at the peak of her slut time, she met a professional soccer player from Africa and decided to meet up with him and other players who said they wanted to fuck her at the club. Anyway, the fellas followed up and found out that it's indeed a real girl. She wants to talk to us about it.
I'm so fucking stoked. Real hero of the people.
Yeah.
Abby.
So we are going to stop down here for a second.
Holy shit, dude.
And then we are going to give her a call. So just give us one moment.
So nervous to talk to her.
Hello.
Hello, Abby.
Hi.
Hey, it's Tom Segura. I'm here with Christina. How are you?
Hi, Abby.
I am absolutely great. How are you guys?
We're doing well. We're recording, just so you know, you're on Your Mom's House podcast. Thank you so much for taking the call.
Oh, absolutely happy to.
Abby, this is the most exciting interview we've done in ages, so thank you so much.
Well, this is the most exciting interview I've ever done in my life, so
Abby, we are the country, the audience, everyone has been captivated by the story. And yes, I did voice some disbelief when I read the initial email, so I apologize.
I heard.
And the reason is also sort of a compliment. It's that it was written in such a funny way that I was like, this is written by a guy. So I apologize because I'm so used to reading stuff that guys write that are usually just filled with jokes. And yours was very, very funny. So I was this can't be serious, but you are serious. So
I'm totally serious.
Walk us through.
Do you mind if we all together jump back to that evening and go through some of the details?
Absolutely. I will hold your hand through that journey.
Okay.
For sure.
So you are, at the time, you're visiting Europe. You are in college or you're out of college?
I'm in college.
You're in college. As you mentioned in your initial email, this is your peak slut time. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
So you're like figuring things out. You're trying things. You're sexually somewhat promiscuous.
I'm doing everything.
Okay.
Anything and everything.
Okay. And you're trying things, and so you're out. What country or what city, or if you can say, what area are you in Europe when you have this encounter?
I am in the north of
Okay.
Okay.
And you had gone out with your sorority sisters, right? Are you
Yep.
So it's like it's a weekend kind of night, like a fun night out?
Every night's a fun night out.
Gotcha.
And they party every night till 6 a.m. It's crazy.
Okay, so you're out, you're partying, and then when do you get the idea to go ahead get on Tinder and see if someone wants to meet up?
Like right at the beginning of the trip. School had been out for like a month. I had been doing nothing but Tinder at home, so I figured I might as well make it an international affair.
Gotcha.
You know?
So hold on. Was the Tinder request for a lot of dudes at once or just one dude?
No, it was just a very normal Tinder profile.
Okay.
So you see this guy, handsome guy, and do you know that he's a soccer player? Is it in his profile?
You can kind of tell he's got like athletic pictures with some like really professional type photos, but he doesn't outright say it.
Got you. But you at least
know
you're getting
pretty quickly.
You know you're getting an athletic person. So
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so when you guys finally connect and you're like, okay, we're leaving the club, are you leaving alone to meet this guy? Like, how do you actually?
No.
Okay.
So what happened was we talked for like a day or two and
Oh,
we made
wow.
plans.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, we made plans to meet up at the club. I had a little bit of safety in mind in there, a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
And so we decided I would like meet up with him at the club and see how the vibe was. If I was into it, I would go back with him. If not, fuck it, you know?
Yeah. So how
Okay.
was he? Like, was he pretty cool when you met him?
Yeah, he was super sweet, really like fun and vibrant, interesting kind of person. And he had brought his friends with to the club, two of them.
So he has his friends, you're with your friends.
Yeah.
The night goes on, and then how about when it's time to like, let's get out of here? What is that like?
Well, basically, he asked me, he was like, you know, they're all here. I know you think they're cute. You know, what do you want to do? Do you want to come back and maybe we could all have fun?
Wow.
That is a
Bold request.
Bold request. Yeah.
Hold on. He's African?
Yeah, he's African.
So he's got like a cute African accent?
I don't know if I would call it cute. I would call it very heavy and hard to understand.
Okay.
Oh, so he's like,
My friends are cute. And
Yeah.
do you want to have fun, all of us together?
Yep.
So
wait, hold on. Can I also paint a picture? So what do you look like? If we just,
Yeah, so at the time I was like I'm definitely like slim thick kind of body, you know. And so I have like long or no, actually at the time I had like a brown bob, but really good with makeup, really like cute tight skirt, like heels, you know,
Nice.
black like lingerie top, all good stuff.
nice.
Nice.
So he's like, would you come back? And then you were like, so you were down.
Yeah.
You were
So
down.
wait a minute. So you're down. Like you hear that that offer. How do you feel about it in the moment when he says, "How about all of us go have fun"?
He had like hinted at it, but not outright said it earlier, so I was kind of expecting it.
Wow.
And honestly, it was on my bucket list, so
Okay.
I was like,
Let's
fuck it.
go.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
So now, do you separate from your friends? Like, do you go, ladies?
Yes.
Okay. And are they
Wow.
worried? Because a lot of
They
times.
are absolutely out of their mind terrified.
Okay. Now I believe your story. So your friends are like, you're leaving with 3 black eyes.
Yep. There was one of my friends was so drunk, she was just like, "Are you sure? Are you sure? You're sure? You're sure? Are you sure?"
And you're
And
definitely.
my other friend was like straight up trying to talk me out of it, and I was
Well,
like,
like,
"No, I'm doing this."
Here's one other question I have. How inebriated are you when this is like when you're saying, yes, I'm going with you?
I'm sober enough to consent.
Okay. So you've had some drinks, but you're not like shit-faced.
No, I'm not shit-faced. I very much, because I kind of had a feeling where the night was going to go, so I didn't want to be way too drunk, you know?
Yeah, sure.
So what, you get into a car, a cab or whatever, and you're driving home. It's you and like 3 African guys?
Yep, me and 3 African guys in this Greek guy's cab.
So wait, is it getting frisky in the cab already?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it is. So you guys are like hands on each other. You guys are getting
There's, yeah, some hands, a little bit of kissing, nothing too crazy. The cab driver was definitely freaked out.
Okay. And the kissing and the little bit of kissing is going between different guys, right?
Yep.
Okay. So it's obviously setting the mood for what's going, like it's being suggestive of what's going to happen.
Oh, at that point, I fully understand what's going to happen.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so Abby, may I ask you, woman to woman, were you ranking these gentlemen on like who gets first position?
Of course.
Meaning So she's already
I had to.
determined. Yeah, who's going to be in my vag? Who's going to be in my A? Who's going to be in the mouth?
Wow.
Are you thinking this far ahead?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. And so can I ask you this?
Wow.
What's the primo spot for you? Like,
Yeah. What's your fave?
what's number 1 going to?
I mean, I need to make sure everyone looks, smells, and is clean before final decisions
Sure.
are made.
Uh-huh.
But honestly, it was about, you know, a lot of it was the face.
Mm.
You know, one of the guys just didn't have a great face, but his body was really nice.
So where would you put
where does
him?
he
So I
go?
was like, he's in the back.
Okay.
Where
Okay.
I don't have to see his face.
Gotcha.
Smart.
So, and then the other 2, I kind of let them decide a little bit more what they wanted.
Okay.
So wait, so we get when we get to the place, does the physical, like, does it just kind of start right away? There's no like need to like waste any more time, right?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, we're like chit-chatting, basic information, kind of like surface level shit, but it pretty much starts right away. And then that's when the fourth guy comes out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Right. Oh
so
my
the
God.
fourth guy, he was there. Now, what's your impression of this fourth gentleman?
He definitely isn't on the team because he's way shorter than them.
Uh-huh.
And he's not as cute.
Uh-huh.
And he tells me his name is Billy. He tried to tell me his real name, but I couldn't pronounce it, so we went with Billy.
Okay. And what did you have in mind for Billy then, since he's not hot?
He could be a sideline addition. So he was mostly just like hands. We fucked a little bit, but it just wasn't as good. So he was like off to the side.
But I mean, the nice thing was you didn't go, hey man, get back in that room.
Yeah, no, I was really inviting.
Yeah, that's very nice. Because I can picture what it's like to be the Billy.
Oh my God, me too.
You walk out and you're like, hello.
She's like,
get the fuck out of here. So when things start, have you like, so these guys, they all use condoms?
Yeah.
And do you kind of like, they're all naked now. You're kissing, you're obviously like, you guys are warming it up to it. And then do you kind of like, do you tell the guy, okay, like you get over here? Like,
do you
direct
conduct traffic?
The guy I had met initially definitely had like alpha energy. So he was directing a lot, but I was also directing. But I would say like at the beginning, it was more him than me. And then once I got a little more comfortable, it was mostly me.
Yeah, let me ask you another question, woman to woman. Had you had anal before this?
No.
Wow.
Wow, so this is your first time.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
I was absolutely terrified because I didn't do any like prep work. I'm new.
Oh shit. Were you afraid that you would doo-doo all over them and stuff?
I was afraid of everything.
Yeah.
Anything you could think of that could go wrong was absolutely running through my head.
Doo-doo.
All of the everything.
So okay, so how did it go? Like, so what goes in where first?
Yeah, what's first?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what exactly was first. This is 5 years ago, so I'm trying to be as accurate as possible.
Probably BJ's, right? Probably BJ's to warm up?
Yeah, definitely BJ's first. It was my first experience having a condom blowjob. I've never done that before.
And they wanted that, or that was just kind of
They wanted that, yeah. And I was like, sure.
Oh, and these are, I mean, we can say there's a stereotype that black men have big dongs, and according to you, these were huge.
Huge. All of them, all four of them, huge.
All four huge.
Good job, Abby.
Yep.
Even the ugly one.
Yep.
Even Billy. Old Billy had a big dong.
Billy Big Boy.
Yeah. So they all, and so you're blowing the four guys.
Yep.
And they're all huge.
And then I think we started, and then we started like vaginally. It was first. And we just kind of did like a little Eiffel Tower moment, you know?
Yeah.
And then after that, things started to get a little bit more intense because we wanted to incorporate all four guys at once, you know?
That's wild. It is wild to like, because this really is like movie, like porno stuff. Like you don't normally see, or most people don't have a story like this. That's the truth.
Yeah.
So, but hold on, are you able to relax and enjoy any of this, or is it just so overwhelming and overstimulating? You know what I mean? Like when you're in something, usually you don't have time to like, oh, this is great. Like, or are you relaxed enough?
It was somewhere in the middle. There was a huge part of me that was really enjoying it. I was like, I'm knocking something off my bucket list. This is going to be a great story. I knew to tell my friends. I was like, it felt okay. I wouldn't say it was the most like elating physical experience because it was just so intense.
Yeah.
But the intensity itself was kind of something I was after, you know?
Sure.
How did the guys finish? Did they all finish in their condoms?
They all finished in their condoms, yeah. Except for one of them who wanted to like full on cum shot everywhere. So we did that for him.
Nice.
But that was it. Otherwise it was finishing in the condoms.
Now,
made my life easier.
I have to ask this because we might be jumping ahead, but when you tell your friends, I imagine they're like, what the fuck? What do your friends say when you tell them the story?
So the one who was like way too drunk when I got back in the morning, she was passed out asleep in our Airbnb. But the other one had stayed up the whole night waiting for me.
Oh, that's
Wow.
She
sweet.
loves me.
That's a
Yes.
friend.
Yes, true love. She's my best friend. And she was like, all right, what the fuck happened? And I told her, and she was proud.
She was
Yeah.
proud. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was like, way to go,
Yeah,
girl.
she was like, you know what? You're here. You're alive.
Yeah. No harm.
You made it back to tell the tale.
But
Yeah.
but let's walk
Amazing.
through the tail again. So what happens when a dong goes in your A and your V at the same time?
So we tried anal by itself first with like the first guy that I had been talking to. And we tried it in like missionary and it hurt
Yeah.
so bad. I was like, absolutely not. No, red flags everywhere. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So I switched to doggy, which I found out later is like, I made such a rookie mistake by starting in missionary. Apparently, doggy's where it's at.
Oh.
And
All the
it was
legends
way
say that.
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the professionals and the gays say that.
Yes.
Yeah, so I
then you
switched
could
to
sit-
doggy and it made it a lot easier.
And did you do the thing where you're sitting on one guy like cowgirl, and then a guy is anally in you as well?
Behind me, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. hmm
Yeah, that is. Hey, that's a fucking
That's huge.
advanced move, dude.
Yeah, Abby, congrats.
You know, and for being 19 without porn experience, I think I did a pretty good job.
And then
Amazing.
did you have that and then one in your mouth also?
Yep, and one
Yeah.
in the hand.
So one in the hand. I mean, she got airtight and then it had a bonus dong.
I know,
Like,
that's so hard. That's such good work.
that's so crazy.
Wow. Was Billy the handwork?
He was.
Yeah.
Hey Billy, you still get a hand. I'd still be like, yeah, it's cool. I'll take some handwork.
So did
But
you
we did fuck for a little bit. So
Yeah,
he got
That's
a,
nice. He got a
taste.
little
He's good.
something.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'm so obsessed with this anal stuff. So when you guys are done, were you afraid like, oh God, did I brown everywhere?
No, because like during, I kind of felt like I would have felt it.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel anything, which, you know, is risky, but it felt good. No one was saying anything.
Nobody smelled it.
Now I gotta
moved
ask
as
you this.
normal.
That's
That's
a
amazing.
crazy, like, if you were to meet like new girlfriends and you guys are all having a glass of wine and you go, I got a pretty fucking crazy story.
for you.
I'm telling you, like, so many women would be like, oh my God, this chick is such a savage. So did you have any more comparable stories like this since then? Like,
Yeah.
you did?
Wow.
Not to that level.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the peak, but I have a few that are pretty damn close.
Like,
Wow.
what, threesomes?
Well, I had a threesome with twins.
Conjoined or regular?
Identical, but regular.
You had a
Identical.
threesome with identical twins.
I did.
Stop.
How
And
great
one
is
of them
that?
was way better than the other one, which I thought was
Oh.
hilarious.
Oh, and let's talk about their dongs. Were their dongs identical as well?
They are.
One of them was like slightly bigger, the one that was better. Maybe it was my own biased perception because I thought he was better, that maybe I thought he was bigger. But I
They're
think his was
identical.
a little bit bigger.
Wow.
And how did you meet the identical twins?
Tinder.
Wow.
And were they weirded out by each other?
Yeah.
No, it was their idea.
Wow. That's
That was
insane.
another bucket list thing. They asked me, and I was like, no one else is going to have a story like this. Absolutely, I will do that.
And so both at the same time, and like, so they did like vag and mouth and everything.
Yeah.
Wow. And they're looking at each other. It's like looking in a mirror. You're just like,
Basically, yeah.
wow.
Weird for them, but not my problem.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
then, but you,
That's definitely not your
not
problem.
your problem. But you liked one of them more. That's interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
But was the excitement having like, because with Tom, I would love to have double the Toms.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah.
was there that like were they hot?
They were hot, yeah, and they were both studying to be neurosurgeons.
Oh hell
So-
yeah, dude!
By the way, we
Yeah.
just outed them. There's not that many fucking identical twins that are neurosurgeons right now.
Neurosurgeons.
Yeah. So
They're never going to hear this.
congratulations, doctor and doctor. But you said you think one was slightly bigger, but like usually identical twins down to like the shapes of their fingers are exactly the same.
Right. Yeah. So it could have been my bias because one of them was better, but
But better in
really
that
hate them.
his movement, like the way that he
yeah, the
touched
movement, the rhythm,
Yeah,
the touch, the skill, all of
Yeah,
it
all
was
that.
better.
Ooh, hey, Jeans, did you enjoy that highlight? Why don't you have one more click of fun around here? I don't know. Click here or here. Try it out. Have more fun. Why don't you subscribe? That way, every time a video drops, you can be notified. You can send it to your grandmother. You're not going to miss a moment of denim, okay? Try it out.